Hi there. Welcome to this quiet corner of the night. You found a space where you don't have to do anything or be anyone. Just rest, breathe, and let these gentle words hold you. You're safe here. You don't have to have it all figured out. You really don't. There's this quiet pressure in the world, a constant whisper that says, be more, do more, know what's next. But here's something soft and true. It's okay not to know. It's okay to pause. It's okay to rest before you decide. The night doesn't demand answers. The stars don't ask for plans. And your pillow doesn't care if you're lost. Tonight, you can just be. Sometimes we carry too much in our minds. What if I don't make it? What if I'm too late? What if everyone else is moving forward and I'm standing still? But comparison is a loud distraction from your quiet truth. You're not behind. You're becoming. In your own way, in your own time, and in your own beautiful, imperfect rhythm. Think about this. Even the trees don't rush their blooming. Even the moon takes time to grow full. Even the ocean ebbs before it flows. And you're made of the same patience, the same grace. You were never meant to sprint through life. You were meant to move in seasons, to change slowly, to unfold gently. So tonight, let go of needing to fix everything. Let go of timelines that don't belong to you. Let go of voices that aren't kind. Let yourself be soft. Let your breath slow. Let your body know it's safe to stop. You are not failing. You are healing. You are learning. And that counts, even when no one sees it. If your heart feels heavy, you don't have to carry it alone. Let the quiet carry some of it tonight. Let your worries float. Let your fears settle. Let your mind stop solving. There is nothing you need to earn in this moment. Rest is not a reward. It's a right. You've made it to the end of the day. That's enough. You are enough. And if you feel unsure, unclear, unsteady, that's okay too. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to be human. Because being human is messy and strange and soft and beautiful. It's okay if you don't have a 5-year plan. It's okay if you don't even know what tomorrow looks like. You're still worthy of peace, still worthy of rest. So for now, close your eyes. Feel the weight leave your shoulders. Feel the warmth of the blanket, the stillness of the room. You are safe here. You are allowed to exhale. You are allowed to feel peace, even if everything isn't perfect, especially then. The world can wait. The answers can wait. But your soul needs quiet. Your soul needs softness. Your soul needs this moment to simply be. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just here. And that's enough for tonight. Sleep well, gentle soul. We'll talk again soon. Not every moment has to be big. Not every step needs to be bold. Sometimes the quietest things hold the most strength. Like the way a plant turns toward the light, slowly, silently, without a sound. No one sees it move, but it does, and it matters. You don't always have to roar. You don't have to chase success with your fist clenched. You don't have to conquer the world before bed. You don't even have to finish your to-do list. Right now, it's enough just to be, just to sit still, just to let go, just to breathe. And maybe that's where real strength lives. There's strength in choosing rest when the world says hustle. There's power in being gentle in a time that rewards urgency. There's beauty in the quiet choices, like saying no when it protects your peace, or walking away from noise that doesn't serve you. You don't need to prove anything tonight. You've already done so much just by showing up to your own life. Think of the tiny things that make a day better. A warm cup of tea, a kind smile, a soft sweater, the feeling of clean sheets, the quiet moment before sleep when everything slows down. None of those things are loud. None of them win awards. But they matter. They comfort. They calm. They carry you. And you? You're made of small, strong things too. The way you try again. The way you love even when it's hard. The way you keep going on days you want to give up. Those little things you think no one sees. They matter. They are your quiet strength. So tonight, don't look for fireworks. Look for candlelight. Look for the steady rhythm of your breath, the way your heartbeat softens, the stillness of your hands. You're not falling behind. You are not invisible. You are simply growing in a way the world doesn't always applaud. And that's okay. We've been taught to chase the spotlight, to get louder, to get faster, to do more. But sometimes the real healing happens when you step away from all of that. When you curl up in a blanket and let your shoulders drop. When you put your phone down and let silence speak. When you listen to yourself, really listen, and hear the soft voice inside say, I'm tired, and I just need a little quiet. Let this be that quiet. Let this moment remind you that your worth is not in what you achieve, or how loud you are, or how busy you've been. Your worth is in your being, in your presence, in your kindness, in the way you keep showing up with an open heart. You don't have to change the world tonight. You don't even have to change yourself. You're already enough. Let the darkness outside your window be soft and kind. Let the weight you've been holding melt into your mattress. Let the noise of the day fade into the quiet of this moment. You're safe. You're seen. You're strong. Not because you shouted, but because you whispered when you needed to. You've done enough. You are enough. And tonight, the only thing you need to do is rest. The small things will carry you, like breath, like peace, like sleep. Good night, gentle soul. We'll meet again soon. The day is done. Everything you needed to do, everything you tried to do, everything you didn't quite finish. You can let it go now. There's no more doing tonight. No more checking. No more planning. No more fixing. You made it here. That's enough. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It just means you're not carrying it anymore. At least not right now. Let the weight fall off your shoulders. Let the tightness leave your chest. Let the thoughts slow down like rain easing to a quiet mist. The day might have been heavy, or maybe it was light. Maybe it brought moments of joy, or maybe it just felt like too much. Either way, it's over now. It's not your job to carry it into the night. You don't need to relive every conversation. You don't need to replay what you should have said. You don't need to solve tomorrow's worries. All of that can wait. Right now, there's only this moment. This soft pillow. This slow breath. This space where you are held just as you are. You don't have to impress the night. You don't have to earn rest. It's yours already. Think of your mind like a room. All day long the windows have been open. Thoughts rushing in, plans swirling around. Noise from the world pressing against the glass. But now, we gently close the windows. Pull the curtains. Turn off the bright lights. We light a candle. We sit down. And we say, it's time to rest now. The mind doesn't always want to quiet down. It likes to stay busy. But you can talk to it gently. You can say, Hey, I know you're trying to protect me, but it's time to sleep now. Let's put the worries on the shelf. We can look at them tomorrow. And then breathe, slow and steady. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again and again. Your body listens to the breath. When it slows, so does everything else. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw soften. Let your stomach feel safe to release. This is not a moment to hold. It's a moment to melt. Melt into the sheets. Melt into the stillness. Melt into the knowing that you are doing enough simply by resting. Whatever today was, it doesn't define you. You're more than a list of wins and losses. You're more than the pace of your progress. You're a human being, not a machine, not a project, not a task to be completed. Just a soul, moving through the world, doing your best. And that's more than enough. If there's something you regret, you can forgive yourself now. If there's something you're holding on to, you can set it down. If there's something unfinished, you can trust yourself to return to it when your body's rested and your heart is clear. But tonight is not for solving. Tonight is for softening. You are not late. You are not wrong. You are not broken. You are tired. You are growing. You are worthy. Let yourself believe that. Let yourself feel it in the quiet space between one breath and the next. You don't have to try so hard here. You can just be. Close your eyes. Feel how the day loosens its grip. Feel how the night holds you. Feel how your body begins to trust sleep again. You are safe. You are home. You are enough. Let it go, sweet soul. The day is over. You are free. Sleep well. You're not behind. Even if it feels like the world is running ahead of you. Even if your timeline doesn't look like theirs. Even if some days you move slowly, or not at all, you're not late. You're not lost. You're just living your story, in your time. Somewhere along the way, we learn to measure ourselves by what we've achieved, by how fast we get there, by how far along we are compared to someone else. But life isn't a race. It's not a straight path, and there is no finish line you must reach before you sleep. There is only you, right now. And that's enough. The truth is, you can't be behind in a life that's uniquely yours. You haven't missed your turn. You haven't failed your moment. You are on a timeline no one else sees. A path that's shaped by things no one else has lived. Your pace is not a problem. It's a rhythm. It's yours. And it's sacred. Sometimes you move quickly. Other times you pause. You rest. You rethink. You heal. And that's part of the journey too. Growth is not always visible. Progress doesn't always announce itself. But still, it happens. Quietly, beautifully, like roots growing deeper before flowers ever bloom. You might look around and see people shining, getting promotions, buying homes, falling in love, traveling, celebrating, posting, achieving. And you might feel like you're standing still, but you are not still. You are processing, you are preparing, you are becoming, and nothing about that is less worthy. Imagine this. 2 seeds are planted on the same day. One sprouts in a week. The other takes a month. Which one failed? Neither. They're different seeds, different timing, different growth, same worth. So are you. You're not on pause. You're in progress. Even on the days that feel slow, messy, confusing, or heavy, you are still becoming. Your life doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be meaningful, to be beautiful, to be enough. Let that truth soften your breath. Let it sink into your shoulders. Let it whisper to the parts of you that worry you're not where you should be. There is no should. There is only here. There is only now. And you are here. Fully. Wonderfully. Enough. Rest doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're respecting the season you're in. Slow doesn't mean broken. It means careful, steady, real. Tonight, you don't need to catch up. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to explain why you are where you are. You're allowed to exist without apology. You can be proud of the invisible things, the courage it takes to wake up each day, the grace it takes to keep going, the strength it takes to rest when your mind says push through. You're doing so much more than you know, so much more than others see. Let your breath remind you, you are in your body, you're on your path, you're not missing anything. The night doesn't rush you, the stars don't compare you, the moon doesn't question your pace, it simply shines. So do you. Let the need to catch up melt. Let the guilt fall away. Let the pressure loosen its grip. You are not behind. You are here. And that's exactly where you're meant to be. Sleep peacefully, sweet soul. Your pace is perfect. Your timing is divine. And your rest is well deserved. There's nothing wrong with you. Even if you felt broken. Even if others made you feel like you were too much or not enough. Even if you carry things you don't talk about. Even if you've made mistakes. Even if you don't understand why you feel what you feel. You're not wrong. You're just human. And that is a sacred thing. It's easy to think something's wrong with us when we don't fit into the world the way we thought we should. When we feel too soft, too anxious, too emotional. When we don't wake up motivated. When we struggle with things others seem to do easily. But pain is not a flaw. Fear is not failure. Uncertainty is not weakness. They are all part of being alive. There's no perfect way to exist. There's no correct version of a person you're supposed to be. There is only you, your experience, your heart, your pace. It's not your job to fix yourself every night before sleep. Your only job is to rest. You don't have to carry the weight of shame. You don't have to explain your story. You don't have to hide the parts of you that still ache. They don't make you less lovable. They don't make you less whole. They make you real. You are not a puzzle missing pieces. You are not a mess that needs cleaning. You are not too late to become the person you want to be. You are a work in progress, not a problem to solve. You are a feeling being in a fast-moving world. And sometimes it's the world that's overwhelming, not you that's inadequate. You were never meant to be hard all the time, or clear all the time, or strong all the time. You were meant to feel, to grow, to question, to pause, to breathe. Tonight, let this moment be a reminder. There's nothing wrong with needing rest. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with taking longer than others. There's nothing wrong with you. Even on your hardest days, you are allowed to be tired. You're allowed to be soft. You're allowed to be where you are, exactly as you are. You don't have to fix your emotions to be loved. You don't have to erase your past to deserve peace. You don't have to pretend you're okay if you're not. You can bring all of it here. The worries, the wounds, the wondering, and still be worthy of a calm, gentle night. The stars don't look down and ask you to change. The sky doesn't measure your worth. It just holds you, quietly, patiently, like I hope this moment holds you now. If your mind is spinning, let it slow. If your heart feels full of questions, let them rest for now. If your body is tired, let it soften into the bed. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're not broken. You're just tired. And rest is the answer, not more pressure. Close your eyes. Let your hands be still. Let your breath find its own gentle rhythm. Let yourself be reminded that nothing needs to change in this moment. Not your thoughts, not your body, not your story, just you, exactly as you are. You're not too much. You're not too sensitive. You're not the only one who feels like this. You're not wrong for needing space, or softness, or silence. You're not wrong for needing more time. You're not wrong for trying again. You're not wrong for feeling deeply. You're not wrong. You never were. Sleep well tonight, dear heart. Let the idea that you need to be anything else fade with every breath. There's nothing wrong with you. There never was. You are good. You are enough. You are home. Somewhere along the way, we were taught to hustle, to keep going, to never stop, to believe that rest was something you earned, only after proving you were tired enough, only after being productive enough, only after the world said it was okay. But that's not true. You don't have to earn rest. You were born deserving of it. Rest is not a reward. It's a rhythm, a natural, essential rhythm, just like your heartbeat, just like the tide, just like the rising and setting of the sun. Everything in nature rests, so why should you be the exception? You are not weak because you need a break. You are wise. You are not lazy because your body says, slow down. You are listening. You are not broken because you're tired. You are simply human, and you deserve softness. You deserve stillness. You deserve the chance to pause without guilt. Think about how a tree rests in winter. It doesn't bloom all year. It doesn't fight the season. It trusts the cycle. It allows stillness to be part of its strength. You too are allowed to be in your winter, to stop blooming for a while, to just be still and trust that your energy will return. Rest is not what weak people do. It's what aware people do. People who know their worth doesn't come from constant movement. People who know that healing takes quiet, that clarity takes stillness, that real strength includes softness. Rest is not quitting. It's recalibrating. It's honoring the work your body and soul have already done. You don't need to explain why you're tired. You don't need to justify the need for a slow evening, a quiet morning, or a nap in the middle of the day. You are not a machine. You were never meant to run non-stop. You are breath and bone. You are heartbeat and memory. You are story and spirit. You are not here to produce. You are here to live. So tonight, give yourself permission to do nothing, to not be useful, to not be impressive, to not be efficient. Let this moment be a space of full permission, to just be, to just breathe, to just exist. There's no one watching, no one measuring, no one grading your rest. This is your time, your stillness, your softness. You can close your eyes and let go. You can loosen your grip on the world. You can trust that everything important will still be there in the morning. And you'll be stronger when you return to it. Not because you pushed through, but because you paused. Even the strongest hearts need to slow down. Even the most dedicated minds need sleep. Even the brightest lights need darkness to shine again. So rest fully, freely, without apology. Let your pillow catch every heavy thought. Let the quiet hold your overthinking. Let your breath become your anchor. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it carry away your tension. Let it bring you home. You're not falling behind by resting. You're preparing. You're healing. You're growing. Quietly, gently, deeply. Let the world go on without you for a while. It's okay. You don't owe it your exhaustion. Tonight, nothing more is needed from you. You don't have to be productive. You don't have to be brave. You don't have to be strong. You just have to be soft, be still, be at peace. And trust, deep down, that rest is not a weakness. It is your right. It is your power. And it is your beginning. Sleep deeply, sweet soul. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. And you are enough, even in the quiet. Especially in the quiet. Even if no one texted you today. Even if your room feels too quiet. Even if your heart feels like it's echoing in an empty space. You are not alone. Even when you're surrounded by people but still feel distant. Even when you scroll through your feed and wonder where you belong. Even when the night feels longer than you think you can handle. You are not alone. Loneliness is not a flaw. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's simply a part of being human. A tender reminder that connection matters. It means you care. It means you long for closeness. It means your heart is open, even if it aches. Sometimes we think we're the only ones feeling this way, like we're the only ones who don't have it figured out, the only ones who feel left behind, the only ones who cry at night, then smile in the morning, pretending all is fine. But the truth is, so many people carry these feelings in silence. Just like you, just like me. You are not strange for feeling this. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are human. And humans long for closeness. They long to be seen, to be known, to be held in a way that says, you don't have to explain anything. I'm here. So tonight, let my voice be that presence. Let it wrap around you like a soft blanket. Let it fill the room with something warm, something steady, something that says, you're not invisible. You're not forgotten. You're not the only one. Think of all the people across the world right now, lying in beds, closing their eyes, feeling a little too much. You are one of many, part of a quiet constellation of hearts searching for peace under the same sky. Maybe you can't see them, but they are there. And some of them are listening too, right now, breathing like you, hoping like you, resting just like you. Let the night remind you that being alone and being lonely are not the same. You can be alone in your space, but still feel connected. You can feel warmth from a voice, from a story, from the quiet presence of someone who understands. I may not know your exact story, but I know the ache. I know the silence. I know what it feels like to hope someone, somewhere, gets it. And I do. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are not the only one who feels things deeply. You're not the only one who overthinks, or who wishes they could go back and say something differently, or who just wants to feel understood. You're not the only one lying in the dark, wondering if you matter. You do. You always have. Even if no one said it today, I'm proud of you. You've made it through another day. Even if you don't believe it right now, you are worth loving. Not because of what you do, not because of what you say, but because you exist. You're enough, just as you are. Let this be your truth tonight. You don't have to be surrounded by people to be worthy. You don't need to be in a relationship to feel love. You don't need to perform to be seen. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unloved. Right now, as your body begins to rest, as your breath begins to slow, let every inhale remind you, you are connected to this moment, to the people who care, to the life that wants you here. And let every exhale release the lie that you're alone. There is space for you. In this world, in this night, in this breath. You belong. Not because you prove it, not because you earn it, just because you are here. And I am so, so glad you are. Sleep softly tonight. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are held by this moment, by this voice, and by the quiet knowing that you matter. We often think peace means everything is in order, that it comes when the to-do list is complete, when the inbox is cleared, when the house is clean, when we've finally become the best version of ourselves. But that version never really arrives, does it? Because peace doesn't live in perfection. It lives in acceptance. You don't need to have it all figured out to feel calm. You don't need to be flawless to deserve stillness. You don't need to do more, be more, or try harder to earn the right to relax. Peace begins not when everything is finished, but when you give yourself permission to stop chasing. Breathe. Right now, this moment is imperfect, and yet it's enough. Maybe your thoughts are still busy. Maybe your heart is carrying something heavy. Maybe your day was a little too much or a little too quiet. Still, peace can live here. It doesn't need silence to arrive. It doesn't need a perfectly made bed or a spotless past. It just needs your permission to exist alongside the mess of emotions, the mess of memories, the beautiful human mess of you. Think of peace as a gentle friend, the kind who walks into your home even when the dishes are piled up, the laundry's on the floor, and your hair's a bit of a mess, and still says, "It's okay. I'm just here to be with you." That's the kind of peace we need more of. Not polished, not filtered, just real. You don't have to clean up your feelings. You don't have to silence your worries. You don't have to hide the cracks in your heart. Peace doesn't wait for perfect. It walks into the middle of it all and sits beside you, quietly. Let that peace be with you now. Close your eyes for a moment, not to escape, but to return. Return to your breath. Return to your body. Return to the space where you don't need to be anything but here. Let go of the version of you that never rests, the one always reaching, always fixing, always trying to earn rest. You don't need to earn it. It's already yours. The truth is, peace and chaos can exist together. It's not one or the other. You can have unanswered questions and still feel grounded. You can be healing and still be whole. You can be unsure and still be enough. Maybe today wasn't what you hoped for. Maybe you didn't get everything done. Maybe you were more distracted than you wanted to be. Maybe you were hard on yourself. And still, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be gentle. You are allowed to feel peace right here in this imperfect moment. Breathe in. This breath is not perfect. It's not timed. It's not fancy. It's just real. And that's what makes it beautiful. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands soften. Let your mind slowly loosen its grip. Peace doesn't have to look a certain way. Sometimes it's just the feeling of finally not needing to perform. You can carry your fears and still fall asleep. You can hold space for your dreams without rushing toward them. You can let peace visit you in your messy, human, lovely life. Tonight, don't wait for everything to feel right. Let it be okay that things are uncertain. Let it be okay that you're still growing. Let it be okay that not everything makes sense. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are just living, and you are doing it beautifully. So rest now. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the need to earn tomorrow by being perfect tonight. You don't have to be calm to fall asleep. You don't have to be peaceful to deserve peace. You just have to be honest. Software present. And that you already are. Sleep well, dear heart. Not because everything is perfect, but because it doesn't have to be. Peace lives here, with you, just as you are. Sometimes we think we only get one chance, that if we mess it up, that's it. That if we didn't get it right the first time, we don't get to try again. But that's not how life works. That's not how you work. You are allowed to begin again. Not because you failed, but because you're growing. Because you're learning what fits and what doesn't. Because you're human. Today might have been messy. You might have said something you regret. You might have missed a goal. You might have lost patience with yourself or someone else. But that doesn't define you. It doesn't end the story. Every breath you take is proof. You're still becoming. You can change direction. You can soften. You can restart as many times as you need. There's no limit on how many fresh starts you're allowed. The world doesn't keep score like that, and neither should you. You're not behind because you're beginning again. You're brave. You're not weak because you needed to stop and recenter. You're wise. You're not broken because you fell apart a little today. You're real, and real people start over all the time. Imagine a sky full of stars, each one starting as just a flicker. Not all of them shine right away. Not all of them follow the same timeline. But they still rise. They still glow. You're allowed to glow in your own time too. Tonight, you don't need to worry about being perfect tomorrow. You don't need a flawless plan. You don't need to know exactly how it'll go. You just need the courage to begin again with kindness. Let your breath reset you. Let your heartbeat remind you. You're here. You're alive. And that means there's still time. Time to be gentle. Time to grow slow. Time to begin again. Without shame. You can forgive yourself. You can try again with more softness. You can build a new habit. Start a new page. Or simply decide that today's version of you doesn't have to carry yesterday's weight. You are not stuck. You are not defined by a bad moment, a hard season, or a chapter that felt too heavy to hold. You are fluid. You are light. You are movement itself. So begin again. Begin with one thought, one breath, one step. It doesn't have to be loud or big. It just has to be yours. Maybe you're beginning again after burnout, after loss, after feeling lost. That's okay. There's no wrong place to restart from. No shame in slowing down and choosing a new beginning. It's not a failure to reset. It's a form of wisdom. Rest tonight knowing this. You're not behind for needing time. You're not a failure for feeling tired. You're not weak for starting over. You're simply doing what humans do. Pausing, breathing, trying again. And that's beautiful. So, let the day fall away. Let your thoughts settle into softness. Let tomorrow hold space for a brand new version of you. Not a perfect version, but a gentler one. One who knows that trying again is a strength, not a flaw. Sleep well, beautiful soul. Tomorrow, you can begin again. With hope, with softness, with quiet courage. And tonight, you can rest knowing you don't have to carry anything into the morning except your breath and a little more kindness. You've made it through today, through the noise, through the silence, through the thoughts that tried to pull you away, through the feelings that stayed longer than expected, through the hours that stretched, and the moments that blurred. You're here now. And that means something. It means you didn't give up. It means you honored your breath. It means you chose, again, to show up for yourself. And that is enough. Not the productivity, not the perfection, not the endless effort to keep it together. Just this. You made it here. Maybe no one noticed. Maybe you didn't cross off every item on the list. Maybe you didn't do anything big or impressive. Still, this moment is your proof. You survived. Tonight isn't about fixing anything. It's not about becoming anything. It's about softening. It's about letting go of the pressure to always be on. It's about being allowed to simply rest, to be human, to exist without earning it. You've been carrying so much. Some of it seen, some of it silent, some of it so old you forgot when you started holding it. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still hoping, still open to something gentle. That's not weakness, that's resilience. Not the loud, shiny kind, but the quiet kind, the kind that whispers, even when it's hard, I still want to be here. That matters. You matter. Tonight, you get to lay it all down. The overthinking, the guilt, the fear that you're not doing enough, the feeling that you should be further along. Let it go now. Let it slip out with every breath. Breathe in, peace, stillness, safety. Breathe out, tension, doubt, expectation. Again, inhale. You are held. Exhale. You are free. You don't have to carry anything into sleep tonight. Not your past, not tomorrow's plans, not anyone's opinions. Just this. You are enough. You are loved. You are safe. The world will keep turning. The stars will keep glowing. The night will hold your rest while you let yourself begin again. From the quiet, you are not lost. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are right here. And right here is more than enough. Thank you for making it through the day, for showing up when it wasn't easy, for listening to the gentle voice that led you here. That voice inside you, it knows the way. It brought you to this moment, and it will carry you forward, softly, gently, kindly. Sleep isn't an escape. It's a gift, a return to yourself, a moment to rest the body and recharge the soul. Let it take you. No resistance, no guilt, just rest. You don't need to do more. You don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to prove anything tonight. You've made it here. That's all, and that's everything. So sleep now. Let the weight slide off your shoulders. Let the night wrap around you like a blanket. Let the stars stand guard outside your window. Let this breath be the beginning of peace. You've made it here, and that's more than enough.